everybody, it's Jean and I'm here and I'm going to be doing a voiceover today because I seem to have lost all my audio. Somehow it's all messed up and it's kind of a problem. So I thought, well, okay, I'll just clear it out and I'll just do a voiceover. And I'm trying to think, my goodness, what in the world did I talk about? Because I tend to just rattle on and on and on and on and on. And I'll probably miss half the stuff I was talking about. And my goodness, it's kind of daunting. It's a long video. How am I going to fill the time? How am I ever going to do it? And anyway, I'm getting all settled in and trying to figure out what I'm going to put in here. And what I've done is I have pulled out the underneath table because this used to be a computer table, so that would be where the keyboard and everything went. And I'm putting my book on that. It only fits halfway on it, but because it only pulls out just so far. And I think that's a better level for me to glue. And I've noticed that I have kind of enjoyed it. I've done a little bit of gluing on my own without recording it, just because I find it relaxing and a lot of fun to do. But this time I turned the camera on, and because I do need to produce something for you and get together with you guys, because I miss your comment and I miss hearing from you. And I love to see who pops in, and I love to see who leaves a comment. And I get so many of you that enjoy just hanging out with me. So, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys too via the comments and so forth. So anyway, so I decided to go ahead and throw the camera on and video this particular session. I had those napkins, and it's so funny because I only had 2 of them, and I thought, oh, that'll be plenty. But when I unfolded it, only 1 square out of the 4 had a picture on it. Have you ever seen a napkin like that? That was a real shocker. But anyway, so it only filled like a partial page. But this little advertisement that I pulled from a book, it was stuck in a book. It'll be perfect. It fits just right down the side and everything. And it's a vintage Lane Bryant advertisement. And it's so funny because in order for it to fit here, I had to cut some of it off, which kind of described the outfit that this lady's wearing. Now, it's in black and white, but it made sure to mention that this particular dress comes in 3 lovely jewel tones. And it's either you can buy it in ruby red or sapphire blue or onyx black, which I'm guessing that this is the onyx black one since it's black and white. But it's a cute little dress and a cute little advertisement. And what was the most surprising thing is the dress cost $60. Like $60 in the 60s? My goodness, how much would that be in today's money? I wish I could look that up right now, but if you know, put it in the comments how much that would be in today's money. I was really, really very surprised. Then this is cute. This is a little keepsake fold over thing from a jewelry box, and it even had the key still attached. So I threw that in my cart. It was laying in the bins, and I thought, oh, that's very cute. I love the color of it, and I love having the little key. And it seems to me that I used to have jewelry boxes that had keys. Now I don't, of course. What's the point, really? The only thing that you need keys for is to keep your sisters out of your jewelry when when you're young. So anyway, I have been feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all of the stuff in my art room. Somehow I have managed to accumulate just boxes and tubs and baskets and uh, stuff that's just kind of overwhelming me with paper items. And as I was going through, I was trying to maybe eliminate some. I did eliminate some papers. I found that I think I mentioned in the last video I did that I was looking through some of the magazine pages that I kept, and some just didn't seem relevant anymore to me. So those went out and different things like that. But there's still a lot there that there's just no way that I want to get rid of them, and it's so I'm going to have to find a way to share some of these things, because I'd rather maybe send out some happy mail or do something and share some of the things I have so that I can clear my room a little bit. I'm beginning to feel almost depressed because it's hard to even move around, believe it or not. And I've got this little thing that you can kind of roll your chair around on, and it keeps moving. And I have put a table on it, and now it's full, and it's hard for me to try to move the table out of the way, so that I can fix that and slide that thing back in. It's like a plastic thing, and I need to slide it back up closer to the desk. I don't know why. I guess it just shifts just a little bit. It's supposed to have grippers so that it doesn't do that, and it probably would do it a lot more if it didn't have those grippers. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. It just suddenly just crossed my mind, and that's what I do. I just kind of speak what I'm thinking about, and it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. But anyway, so I have been busy just trying to get things together. I've had a wonderful visit with my daughter for a week. She came up. She had a fair that she had to attend for colleges and so forth. And so she came up a couple days ahead and stayed a couple extra days. And she's normally on the road in her RV with her husband. They just drive all over and camp everywhere, and they travel constantly. And they are full-time RVers, and they love it. But he's retiring, and so I have offered to give I have offered they're here because he's retiring and there's going to be a party. And so his mom and other people are traveling here to come to this retirement party. And I've got I offered my room to his mother, and so we've always been friends over the years. My daughter's been married over 30 years, and so I enjoy seeing her, and I'm really looking forward to it. But all of a sudden, you look around and you think, oh my goodness. You kind of look at your house and your room and your things with all new eyes because somebody else is going to be in there. And so then you want to kind of get things squared away and straightened up. Whereas I can just live in my muck forever. And I'm just happy. I just keep making do. So I'm trying to get things mostly squared away. I do have a cleaning lady, which is really nice. So I've been enjoying her coming once a month through the as of I think last November. And she's gotten the house really squared away, and so it's just a matter of picking up some of the clutter, which I am so good at making clutter. So it's a matter of just picking that up before she comes, and then she has a nice big, she has a free area so she can do the dusting and the things that she likes to do. Of course, she doesn't do anything in the art room because there's no way anybody could clean in there. It's basically clean. It's just full of stuff. But one of the things I thought, well, I'll do a giveaway, and maybe get rid of some of the stuff. And while I'm kind of sorting out through what I'm going to do for that, I can at least get some Happy Mail out, and this way it'll be Happy Mail that'll go out, but nothing will come back in, which is what I really need right now, is just to kind of get some things out. So what I'm going to do is anybody who makes a comment, I will on the next video select a number from the comment on this video, and that person can get in touch with me and let me know where to send her stuff. And it'll just be just a regular, just little Happy Mail envelope this time. But I'm going to try and organize and maybe make some larger packages that can go out. And that way I can share some of the things that I have, because I have pretty things and pretty papers, and I have lots of other things. I have drawers of stamps, and I just have so much that I really need to share it. And I'd rather give it away than try to sell it, because I'm not good at that sort of thing. Although I'll probably have some things, some packages. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. But right now I'm busy enough with eBay as it is than to try and organize packets and things like that people do. But I'm going to let you know that if you make a comment, that it'll automatically put you in the entry. And if I contact you that you want it and I need your address, then you can let me know if you don't want email or whatever. So we'll see how that all floats. I've kind of gotten out of the habit. I wasn't doing any. I just haven't done a giveaway because for some reason it just seemed hard. I was. This is just going to be open for anyone, but I won't be able to. If it's overseas, it'll just have to be a light little package. If it's here in the States, I can probably include more things because it's just so expensive to ship anymore. So anyway, so that's that. Keep that in mind, and there might be something that you might want to comment on while you're here. But I'm looking forward to having a house full of company, because my granddaughter and her husband are going to stay in my son's camper in my driveway, and my daughter's mother-in-law will be staying in the house with. And she'll be in my room, and I'm going to take the couch because I love my couch. I love sleeping on my couch. So I'm really happy with that. And my house is small, but it's very efficient. So I have not only at this time of year do I have my regular house, I have a nice living room, and I have a large front porch, and I have a large glass tin patio, which can open up, all the glass opens up and is all screened and nice. So I have plenty of room, but I just don't have bedrooms, because I originally put a bed in the art room. I bought a futon, and I thought, well, when I have company, then I'll have someplace for my guests to stay. And the very first place, I think I spent $200 on a futon at Walmart, which probably tells you right then and there that was a dumb idea. But anyway, the very first person who stayed on it got up in the middle of the night and went and got on my couch. They said the futon was terrible to sleep on. It was very hard. It was really uncomfortable. And of course they could say that because that was one of my sisters. That was my sister. So she was very frank about it. And that gave me a great opportunity to take it out and gave me more room to fill with art supplies. So I have drawers and drawers and things of things I don't even remember where they are, and I don't get into it. I have just too many choices. I need fewer choices. I think when I do art, I think I get overwhelmed with too many choices, and so then I don't want to do anything because every time I make a choice, I think I should be doing something else and I should be doing this or that or the other thing. Anyway, so I've not been doing anything. In fact, I did a painting today. I actually painted a face today, and I had so much fun, and I realized it's probably been a year since I've sketched and painted a face. Maybe not a year, but it seems like it's been a long time. And what happened is I bought some really nice paint. I got some paint from, let me look here. Move around, see. Oh, Daniel Smith. I got some Daniel Smith, and then I also bought some kind of shimmery paints from somebody who mixes her own paint, and they were pretty expensive, and they were just beautiful, but I really didn't know what to do with them. So anyway, all of a sudden, I just clammed up. I've always worked with inexpensive paints like Jane Davenport watercolors, and I was always pretty happy with them, and I painted on cheap paper, and I was very happy with that, but all of a sudden, these are very rich paints, rich watercolors, and it was a little overwhelming, and I was kind of, I think I was scared of them, to be frank. I think I was just scared of them, and I just clammed up, and I didn't, I put them away, and I am almost sure it's been months anyway since I've done any painting. So I got them out, and what fun they were, and of course, I didn't use good watercolor paper. I just grabbed something that I already sketched in a book, which is sketching paper, not even watercolor paper. And even then, it was fun to use. So I thought, well, okay, I'm going to get out my good stuff and play around with it. I was watching Care at My Take at the Lake, and she was saying, you have to have good paper. And I do have it. I've got a packet of Arches paper, and I've got some really nice journals that have really good paper in them. Although I don't think it's 100% cotton like she advises. But anyway, so I've got materials to work with, but sometimes I think I get overwhelmed and I can't do anything with anything. Aren't you glad that you just tuned in to listen to me? But anyway, let's take a look and see where we're at here in this. And I'm kind of liking what I'm doing here. And I like putting on these different shapes. To me, this looks very vintage, putting these different shapes of different sizes of papers together. And I really, I liked how it turned out. It kind of looks almost atomic or some really artsy with all these different squares. I don't know. And then I have to say, because I'm doing a voiceover and I've already done it, I kind of covered it up and I wasn't quite as happy with it afterwards. But that's coming up, and you'll see that in a few minutes. But these papers were sent to me in Happy Mail, and I thought they were just they were very, very pretty. Some of them were so shimmery and nice. But just laying them out like that, kind of one over the other in different directions and different sizes, kind of gave me a feeling of the 50s for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. What else was I going to tell you? I did. I had a very nice sale on eBay. I had bought this sculpture for bought this sculpture of a dog, which is not my thing at all. But I picked it up at this Goodwill in downtown Dayton, and it's in the Oregon district. And I think there's a lot of some really nice houses in that district, and I think they donate locally. And it's kind of always been my favorite little Goodwill. It's just a tiny one. It's not a boutique one. It's a tiny one, but for some reason, it always has some really nice things in it. Well, I picked up that sculpture, and when I got home, I looked at it, and I realized it was signed. It had a name on it, which it was just stamped on there, and I didn't think it was like a signature, but but when I looked it up, that's how he signs all of his art. And he does paintings, and he does wood carvings, sculptures that he carves himself and polishes, sands and polishes. And but he did all this in the 50s and earlier. I'm not sure how long he was an artist, but anyway, he was part of the group that is like the Florida Highwaymen, but which I thought he was a black artist, but he's not, which I found out just recently. Anyway, somebody bought it. I put it on for a massive amount of money because I didn't really know what it was valued at, but I always put or best offer because people are more likely to give you a reasonable offer, and I'm generally will take the offer. So anyway, I got a nice offer on it, and it went out, and the person got it yesterday, I think it was, and she said she was so happy with it. She wrote me a note, not just feedback, but she wrote me a note too, and she said that she was really, really happy with it. And the interesting thing was it arrived on the day that was their anniversary, and this was an anniversary gift, and she was going to give it to her husband, and it was very special because the artist is his stepfather. So I was just really, really surprised, and that really pleased me because I had thought it had been on eBay for over a year, and I was really enjoying it, and I was kind of thinking of taking it off because I liked having it, because you can pick it up in your hands, and it's so smooth, and it's so interesting, and I've studied it and looked at it and enjoyed it for a year, and I kind of thought maybe I might want to keep it. But it's so good that it's actually in the hands of the rightful owner. I think things like that belong in the family. And so I was very happy. I was happy to get a good price for it, and I was very happy that that it is back in their family, and that they were so pleased to have it. So that was kind of an exciting thing that happened this week. And let me see what else is going on. I think I've got a good amount more video going, although it doesn't look like I'm doing anything. I must be talking and talking and talking. So let me see if I can cut some of that out and some of this, and I'll get back with you. Hang on a minute. Okay, I went ahead and cut out some of the parts where I'm just sitting there not doing anything. I'm thinking or and talking. So this is the part where I put the put that. I was looking for like a focal point or something to kind of pull this page together, but it really isn't. It's like I say, it's just glue book, it's just paper, it's just stuff. And I liked how the squares looked, but I ended up covering them all up. But anyway, I've got this little fan thing that when the stickers are two stickers stuck together to kind of give a dimensional sticker, I like to pull them apart because then I've got two of the same thing. Generally, you can pull the sticky thing off without leaving any kind of damage. If it's fresh. If it's not, and that's what this was, and it was not a fresh sticker, I was a little worried about it, but it did well. It came off, and then I was able, now I have two of them that I can use. And it's awfully cute, and I thought, well, we'll just stick this on this page. I'm just not sure where I'm going with this page. I'm just putting things up. That little bulldog, it says, "We're so sorry." It was a note that had come in one of my eBay packages about these people apologizing ahead of time in case I don't like anything. And I thought, I'm going to have to remember that because they're just, I don't know, they're like paranoid. Why would you apologize ahead of time just in case the person doesn't like something? I kind of looked at it and I thought, gosh, should I include something like that in my packages? And I thought, no, these people will start looking for something to be wrong with your stuff. I've only had one person be unhappy with something they got, and I just think they were. She said there was a dot of ink on the sleeve. Well, ink is very easy to get out. You just spray it with hairspray and wash it, and ink comes right out. But I just told her to keep it, and I'd refund the money, and that was it, because I didn't want to sweat over it, and I didn't want her to be unhappy over it. But then I never heard back from her. And I kind of thought, well, maybe she kind of does that all the time. I worried, and I stopped selling any kind of clothes. I wasn't going to sell any clothes at all, and I didn't sell any clothes for a long time after that. But now I've picked up a few items here and there, and I do that. And suddenly I've decided I've found this brand of clothes. Do you know what it was? It's I'll have to get it out in one of my videos coming up, and I'll mention it again. But it's a catalog I ordered because of the models were wearing such interesting outfits, and they're from Sweden. And it's a really interesting catalog. And I started looking at the clothes, and I'm kind of thinking, well, I kind of like that. But the prices were astronomical for me. I don't like to pay a whole lot for things. So anyway, I thought, well, maybe I can find some of this on eBay. And sure enough, there were. And I've picked up 3 or 4 outfits. Oh, actually, one of them, I'm wearing it. I'm actually wearing it. It's this pink striped top. And but they layer things with all these pretty colors, and it's like a pink and tan top, and it's layered with like a mustard yellow sweater. And I did buy a black and white top as well, which of course I already had a few, but these are really comfortable clothes. They're like all cotton, and you can wear layers even in the summertime. So anyway, I was excited about finding that, and so I can kind of understand, because I actually did get one top that when I looked at it right at the V of the neck, there was a tear there, and I was kind of disappointed in that. But then I thought, I know how to fix that. I can just fix it. I didn't pay full price for it, so I'll just fix it. So anyway, and then I've been buying these outfits, and I've been getting some of these interesting clothes that are actually, I think they're kind of artsy and very colorful and roomy and comfortable and all that. So I've been gathering up some of those. Oh, and this picture I picked up. I took it out of an antique frame. Now, how dumb was that? But for some reason, I didn't want to pay for the glass in the frame, and I wasn't going to hang it up. I wanted the picture to use in my journal. But once I got it home and I got looking at it, it has a texture to it, and there's the artist's initials, and I'll show you up close on the bottom. And I'm wondering if it's a lithograph. Maybe it might even be worth something. So because I used Google Images to take a picture of it, and it seems like it's a well-known painting. Not one I'd ever seen before, but I was going to cut it in half and kind of tear it so that you could use it twice in two different things, two different layouts, and then now I'm not sure what to do with it. It does have a little crease there on the side in the corner. But I'll see if I can kind of show you how the texture goes. It doesn't show up right here, but when I pull it right nice and close to show you the initials, you can kind of see the texture. Yeah, there. See how that texture is? Anyway, it's a really nice print. But because the initials are kind of cut off, I'm wondering if the people who framed it cut it. So I don't know. But anyway, now I'm hesitant to use it in one of my junky journals because it might be something that's worth something if it's a lithograph. I don't know how to tell the difference between a print and a lithograph. I need to look it up or take some classes or figure out. But I didn't know what that was, and I figured out it was the artist's initials, and I put that in there. And I couldn't get it out because now I'm doing a voiceover and I can't do that editing. So anyway, I'm almost at the end, and I'm kind of thinking, if you have any ideas on how to tell between a print and a lithograph, let me know. I'd sure love to know how to tell. And if you think I should not use it in journaling, let me know. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. And here it is. If you truly love nature, you'll find beauty everywhere. And I love that saying. Bye-bye.